Hello Knight here, welcome back to my Empire Total War campaign, playing as Holland, playing as the Netherlands rather, and I think it's winter 1712 I think, just about to attack this army outside Madrid, then we'll move on to attack Madrid, so let's get on with the battle. It's a fairly balanced army we're facing, but they're all very weak troops. I think we've got an advantage of 3-1 against them I think, so we should be able to take them out quite quickly. Progressing okay in our campaign in the Caribbean. I think we've taken Florida and Georgia. My only worry there is that there's still a field army. The Spanish have a field army, I think, in the Cherokee territory, which is a bit of a worry. They may come and attack those territories I've just taken. We've moved our army onto Cuba, so we'll take out Cuba and then we'll move on to taking any remedial action we need to do in Florida or Georgia. If that field army moves out of the territory, we can't pursue them into the Cherokee territory because that would probably force war on us. We don't really want that. Wow, it's pretty bleak territory, isn't it? It's almost like a desert. Right, okay. As always, let's try and find a decent place for my artillery. I always prefer to have them off to one side because then you can fire across the ranks of the enemy rather than through them. If you fire through them, it's fine, you still do damage to them, but it's better to actually what they call rake the infantry, which means of firing across them. Let's have a look at the range on that. Does that give us a decent range into their deployment zone? Where's the red line? I can't see it. Let's have a look. I should be able to see it. I can't see it. Looks like I'll have to judge whether it's a decent range or not. That's really weird that we can't see the range. Normally, oh, there we are, we can. It's very, very light. So we can actually cover most of their deployment zone. I want them fairly high up so that we can make sure we don't hit our own troops. So a brigade of cavalry. I can already see a decent position for the guys to attack from if they come up this valley here. Along here, they should be quite shielded from the enemy until they get to this hill, and then they can come down and attack. If the enemy sets up further over, we've still got another decent place we can take shelter here. Gonna keep the other cavalry maybe less active because they're actually a bit more depleted, so I'll maybe keep them over on this flank, this cavalry brigade, put them over here. So remember, they've actually got artillery, this guy, so it's going to be a bit unpleasant to face. That's this guy's into decent position. I'm afraid it's just a question of walking slowly towards them. I don't think it's not going to be much tactically on this map because I have a slight problem in the sense that there's no real forests or anything we can hide in. You have some cavalry, that's why I'm keeping some infantry back. You can always obviously form square and defend these guys. Let's put these in a... just going to put them in a group for fire control. Okay, let's go for it. Let's have a look who we can attack. His artillery. Spanish bandits, so we need to use our cavalry and infantry on these guys. Move them down, let's move the infantry up. Let's move these cavalry over to attack these guys. Let's march forwards. Well, saying that, they're actually coming towards me. I'm going to move forwards to contact. So we can take out his cavalry. Got 3-to-1 advantage there. Oh gosh. Not really hitting these very well, are we? Just want to hit them from behind. So, there, so we don't hit too many of our own guys. Unfortunately, he's managed to move up his infantry at the same time as his guerrillas, so it's a bit unfortunate. Let's throw the pikemen. So let's throw these South Holland regiment in. Bring these guys around. Need to move these guys out before they get a hit from these guys. In fact, they have got a hit from these guys. We need to move out. How are we doing? Need to run and halt. They're holding up a long time actually, these guys. Let's try and form up on their flank. Let's give them the bayonet. Our cavalry again to try and come around behind these guys. Let's pin them. We can use our cavalry to attack. Something on this flank. That's good, we've got those going. Let's get our cavalry out. This regiment down. Support these guys. Okay. Let's need to bring our guys across actually. We seem to have a kind of an lopsided kind of battle going on here. Okay, that seems to be going okay. Can start bringing our cavalry across now. Right, let's move the cavalry round to the flank. General down, looks like we're going to need to use them. Right, so we've definitely won on this flank. We need to move our troops over, to be honest. Suffering a bit on this flank, but we're doing well, we're doing okay. Come up on their flank and use the cavalry to attack them. These guerrillas. Right, let's attack these pikemen. Let's get control of artillery more and try and hit some of these guys who are doing us damage. Okay, things are going okay. Let's try and kill their general. Should, in theory, be able to completely envelop them. Let's get those guys out before we lose the whole regiment. There's only 7 of them left. Come the cavalry. Gosh, my general is routing, that's interesting. So are they, but okay. Let's get those guys out. They're managing to escape at all? I'm not sure they are, to be honest. It's got some troops escaping, 48, 54. Right, so it's kind of a battle of two halves, wasn't it, really? Did well on one wing and we just about held them on the other. Some more guys coming on that can do some damage to these guys who are retreating. We've got this guy in a we continue. We want to kill as many of these guys as possible. Okay, let's continue to kill these guys. Just mopping up the remaining troops now. I think I'll probably speed things up. Definitely want to attack these guys. Let's use this regiment here to try and destroy them. Just speed things up now. Okay, so we've still got another army we can attack Madrid with, which is good. Three guys. 47, so we need to try and completely destroy them. Okay, let's wow, what happened there? Did we actually run through our own guns or something? Something really weird happened there. Very strange. Perhaps we ran through our own guns or something. Right, I don't think the enemy got that far, did they? Okay, any more troops around? There's some here. Kill them. Come on, lads. Get rid of them. At least we didn't lose that general. Well, he did seem to run away rather quickly. Are they across the border? They are. Okay, fine. Okay, so we'll regroup and then move on straight to attack Madrid. There's some escape, but not many. Right, if I just quickly recap what's going on. Sorry about whizzing out a bit quicker. We've just taken Lisbon, and we're basically trying to eliminate the Spanish. We're at war with the Spanish and the Turkish at the moment. The Spanish only have Morocco, Gibraltar and Madrid left in Europe. And obviously we're trying to destroy those. Once we get hold of those, we'll be able to take out their territories in the Caribbean much more easily. Spy, I can't remember what I was doing with this spy. We can quite clearly see what's going on here. I think probably we need him over here, I think. That was my aim. Move my spies over here. Keep an eye on what's happening here. We're just constructing another army here. I think as soon as it's built, we'll build another. We're actually getting a lot of money each turn, nearly 25,000. So we'll build another army here. This army here in the next turn will come down to Spain to help us finish off. Oh, we did lose a general. Sorry, we did. That's unfortunate. I didn't realise we'd lost a general there. I have to recruit one. Oh, looks like we can't. We haven't got enough money. Okay, right. So this guy, we're not going to be able to attack Madrid this turn. We need to get some more money just this turn actually, so I was going to try and see if I can sell some technology, get some cash to build my army. It'll probably only sit still for 500, so we'll try that. Yep, they don't really like us, do they, Austria? Yeah, we'll definitely try 1,000 for this one. Good. Marathas, let's see if we can get some more money this way. This is only a temporary thing, obviously, to get my army up to strength again. Yeah, we'll give them that. Ottomans, can we get peace? Might be able to get something from the Mughals first. Let's see if we can do that. The technology looks pretty good, actually. Nope. Let's see if we can get peace again with the Ottomans. Doesn't seem to have much effect on them, to be honest, but we'll try. Nope. Poland. Let's see if we can get 1,000 from them. Prussia is very friendly towards us. Let's try 500 again for that. Try. Whoa, not that many, do we? That seems a bit extreme for me to try and get that much money from them. Let's see. Nope. Russia. Russia's normally quite willing to trade technologies. Yep, go for that. Right, I think we should have enough now to actually rebuild this army. 5,000 odd. That was weird. So we still need another couple of thousand, so we're going to go back to the minor nations, see if we can get some money that way. I'm going to try for 2,000 here. Maybe we'll try less of the technology, but 1,000, even the military stuff. See if they'll sit still for that. Nope. Okay, let's go for the minor nations now. Let's try Crimea. Nope, their technology is better than ours, or at least up to ours. Denmark, they don't like us, so they're not going to... Genoa, let's have a look. Nope. The technology is better than ours. Hanover's very friendly. So we can get 1,000 for that. Nope. Italian states like us. I mean, military service is a really good thing to have, so you would think they would sit still for that, wouldn't you? And 500 is nothing. Oof. Okay, let's go for that. Persia, let's see if they're willing to trade. Nope. Savoy, Quebec possibly, let's have a look. 500. Playing this on very hard, so to be honest, the trading, technology, etc. are very difficult. That's maybe why they're all saying no. No. Okay, well, we did as best we could. See if we can, yeah, maybe do a couple more guys. Right, I think I'll just check out what's happening over in... Yes, what was I doing here? I think I was going to move some guys in, wasn't I? It's got a powerful fleet now, actually, a lot of fourth rates. And let's move that down to here. We're going to let him complete this dockyard because I'm hoping to capture it, and that will then give us second-rate ships. I think. Oh, I don't know why I did that because I think there's one down here. Yeah, that's why I didn't do it. Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't. There's actually already a dockyard down here where we can build second-rate ships. Okay, let's move back to here, and maybe just by sitting there we'll be able to tempt this guy round. This fleet here. This will be a hard battle, but I think we could win it. Our ships are all in very good condition. His ships obviously aren't. Let's head for Caribbean. Can't remember where it actually was here. Can we move? We can move. We're still repairing though by the looks of it, so we're gonna spend a turn repairing. We'll move up to here. I don't believe he'll attack us. He may. He's got quite a few troops. Right, yeah. We should do that. In fact, that's probably a mistake moving forward because we'll actually take a lot of hits. We probably would win, but he's actually got quite a lot of decent troops there. No cavalry, of course, but then our cavalry is very depleted, as you can see. Right, okay, I'm going to end my turn there, and we'll see what my enemies do. Just having a cup of tea. Right, military alliance, no. Very wide. We got into a war with the Ottomans for no real reason, to be honest, no political reason anyway. It was just an error. Two ships got hooked together, two groups of ships got hooked together as they came out into a trading area, and I had to attack the Ottomans in order to release the fleet that I'd moved there. That caused us a war that we haven't been able to get out of, and I have no interest in attacking the Ottomans at all. Right, gentlemen in the Rhineland, that's handy. Agent can move straight into here. Marburg College, Utrecht. Let's go for fire by rank. I think we're going to go for there. 7 turns, that's excellent. In fact, what we should probably do is move this guy into research. Is he moving in? Oh, he's moved in. So it's only 5 turns now till fire by rank, which is obviously one of the major things that you want to try and get hold of. Okay, right, I think what I said was we were going to try and move this army down, weren't we? Oof, that artillery can't quite reach, neither can those guys. So we'll need to take a couple of turns to get them off to down to Spain. Okay, what have we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3. Yep, so we've got a full stack again, but what we should do is obviously recruit some more troops. Wow, we can do a lot more now actually. Wow, we've got some fantastic troops coming online now actually. That's because we've built a drill school, isn't it? Right. Drill of horse. Build some 12-pounders there. Okay, so we need an army here all the time, to be honest. I'm not going to be able to get away with not building an army. Let's see if we can improve the infrastructure. Oops, a bit too quick there. Right, let's build that. Can we build anything there? No. Nope, Timberley. Western Florida. I don't want to build anything here in case we actually lose it. This is the army I was talking about that's actually kind of lurking in the in this territory, Cherokee territory. So I don't want to go into Cherokee territory. So we're just leaving these two here actually, and we'll see whether he comes out and fights. He may just sit there, to be honest. It's possible. A slight lag at the moment actually. Let's just see if that cures itself. Right, we'll slightly build cobbled roads there. I think probably it's going to be better to build some of this stuff up. We need to do some more stuff in Spain, don't we? Let's get that army up to strength first. Yeah, that's what we should do. Get a general here as well. No, he's not particularly good actually. He's 42 as well. Oh well, we can soon improve his experience. Okay, we're going to beleaguer in. Demand surrender. No, I didn't think it would. He's got some artillery there, some mortars, no cavalry. We're fully up to strength, I think. Just going to continue siege for a moment. I want to maybe move this army a bit closer actually. I don't know, probably leaving it there as a good. It can actually reinforce this army here. I've got enough money to rebuild this, unfortunately. Right, he hasn't rebuilt that. We need to come down and destroy his trading port. Okay, I think because we're actually besieging it, he can't get any trade, can he? Thinking about it, when the capital is besieged, it prevents any trade that can go on. From what I remember, that's a useful tip. Right. Now, do I want to force a fleet action against these guys and capture some of their ships before we destroy Spain? We've still got another couple of turns yet. There's no, well, maybe more than that actually. You've got to take out Gibraltar and Morocco. They both seem to have decent stacks on them. Got these guys, and can we build anything in here? No. So we haven't got enough money. I think I'm going to stop building one of those roads just to give us enough to maybe do some work. Building up our army. It's not essential that the roads are built up, especially somewhere like here. Right, that gives us quite a lot of money actually, so we can go into build an infantry guy. Do we need cavalry? No, we've got 5 cavalry. That should be fine. I think we were going to rebuild this, weren't we? Then we're going to use the money to do stuff in the Caribbean. Right. Let's move this fleet round. Looks like we've lost the Admiral actually here. How much is an Admiral going to cost us? 2,600. That's almost all of our money again. We need an Admiral really. Let's come round here. Let's be a bit bold. We're going to keep these ships here to defend our trading ports. So we build up another army here for the Rhine. This army will go down to Spain and help out. That will give us 3 armies. That should be enough to take out the remaining 2 territories. Yeah, let's go to the Caribbean, see if we can do a bit more work here. I think that's probably it, to be honest. These guys are still replenishing, I believe. Oh no, they're fully replenished. That was rather quick, actually. So we can move on to attack. Can't quite reach it. We'll reach it next turn. We'll do some beleaguering. So this is the army that's worrying me. I haven't bothered to do anything with here at the moment. I believe that the Great Britain forces here can actually reinforce us if we're attacked by the Spanish here. I believe so. Not so much here, but then we should have some kind of garrison here. I don't know how big it will be, but we certainly have a fort. He has artillery, unfortunately. Anyway, right, I think we're up to the end turn again. Don't think there's anything else I want to do. Politically, I'm still a bit worried about places like Austria, countries like Austria, I mean, and United, and the Ottomans are still at war with us. They're indifferent to us at the moment. Well, that's fine, that's fine. We're not too hated. If you look at the overall map, Denmark seem to dislike us. But obviously the countries that really dislike us are the ones we're at war with. Right, let's have another end turn. Once that army is built up, we'll take out Madrid. So it has replenished itself, the army that's going to support them. That's interesting. Now, we might get some action now if the other fleet comes along. No, we don't want to get into anything. So, he's broken off and sent some troops over towards Lisbon. But obviously we have a garrison in Lisbon, so should be able to defeat that guy. Should be able to bring down some troops from Holland, actually from Rotterdam, to garrison Lisbon. Right, okay. Let's put these guys in here. Okay, got a nice big stack there again. Get on board. That's sent on Cologne. It's really our staging post over here, or our military depot. We're using that to keep all our troops together. Another turn before we get these Swiss infantry. So what we should probably do, build some more cavalry. That gives us 4 artillery, I think, doesn't it? There's one there. 2, 3. 3 should be enough. What about cavalry? 1, 2. I think I'm going to build them here because I get the experience actually looking at that. It's probably a good place to actually build them in Cologne. Okay, that's do we need to build some standard troops? I'm going to try and get all these really good troops actually. Build another 4 of those. Another 4 of those, so I think we were getting mainly the Swiss infantry and the Scots initially for this army. And you get 2 grenadiers that are really good. That's excellent. Okay, so we should build that up. This army, what are we going to do with it? Where are we going to send it? Where should we send it? Let's look down here. Most of the action seems to be in Spain at the moment, so we can come all the way down to here. One unit there. I think that's what we shall do. We can do something clever here, I think.
Zijn die bevelen, kapitein?
Okay. Need to get an admiral, I think, before we do anything else. Is he any good? Zootman. Lack of a bottom. -1 morale, frigate captain, +1, some of the ways. Okay, that's alright, that's not too bad. It's only from birth. We can build, he's very young, so that's very good. Actually, as long as he's young, we can always win lots of battles with him and give him much more experience. Okay. What are we doing here? We've got one unit over here, haven't we, I think? Plus, what else have we got? Got the garrison's only 3 units. It's got 1 unit, so we're okay, we're fine.
Orders ontvangen en begrepen. Waarheen, kapitein?
Actually, I think we can actually use these to attack now, can't we? I think if they came from a port, I believe so. Right. So we're going to command surrender. Surrender refused, so we're going to besiege for the moment. We're going to beleaguer in. Let's move these guys down. They're still replenishing at the moment. And 4 turns. Right. We're going to continue to besiege here at the moment. We may fight this in the next turn, next episode. Actually now let's see if we can get these guys to we won't surrender. Right. I presume this is the army that's over here actually. That's in Morocco. So we can maybe do a lot of damage here actually. I say we'll continue for the moment. Continue siege. We'll probably fight this one first and then Madrid, so there could be 2 battles in the next episode. I'll just quickly do some more housekeeping stuff around here. And so we're building up the army around here again. We're gonna try and protect our ports. Slightly one. I'm going to look at things diplomatically. We've got some cash here. We might be able to do something. The 32 rate. We haven't. So we're going to. Yes, we have. Yeah. Let's move him back to here to guard here. Okay, that's good. So we should be able to hold on to Lisbon. We've got 3 units against 1. The morale of those units won't be fantastic, to be honest. But we'll see. We've actually got another Dutch army here, haven't we? Rather, Dutch army here. It's hidden behind here. We maybe get them into a port and maybe bring them round to support once the battle's over. So I'm very tempted to attack over here. If I just move down, I think his ships are, yeah, they're just sitting there at the moment. Where's that guy going? That could be awkward. I've got a flyer, a guy who's like just going to head north and attack some of my, do some raiding, which would be annoying. Okay, spend some more money I think. Let's have a look over here. Anything we can do in France? Really waiting for some developments, aren't we, to be honest? I think we could probably do with a naval board. Of course, we're going to be able to get, once we've taken Morocco, we should be able to get the ability to build by capturing the port. We'll go for that. Go for that. Presidential Palace, so we're not going to go for that. We'll keep this 2798 to go and improve things in Caribbean. What are their roads like? Probably terrible actually. So we need to do the roads actually here soon. Yeah, that'll be the next thing. So I'll look over here, see if there have been any developments. I think he's moved, but he's still sitting in Cherokee territory. Okay, let's see if they'll surrender. Alright, if you have a look, they haven't got much, but we'll continue the siege. So we've got 3 battles we're going to be fighting in the next episode. Got the battle in Cuba for Havana. I have 2 battles down here in Gibraltar and Madrid. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. See, things are progressing fine at the moment. We're not getting any challenges. My main worry is that someone else is going to attack me whilst we're still engaged in a war against the Spanish. Really, it doesn't matter so much about the Turks. The Turks not doing much either way, to be honest. They seem to be very tied up with fighting their own wars at the moment. They're at war with Russia, Savoy. They're not at war with Austria, which is interesting. Austria doesn't really like us that well, does it? To be honest, it could well be Austria will attack us. That'd be a bit uncomfortable to face. They have allies and territory quite close to us, actually. Sweden love us, that's good. Yeah, people don't really like us. It's amazing how quickly things fall away. I think the answer is trade, particularly on the great powers. If we can get some trade with them, these 3 countries, that will turn things around, especially Austria. We can get some trade with Austria. So I do need to build up my ports. Certainly capturing some more ports will help us have more trade, I believe. So I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Thanks for your time watching. And there'll be another episode up of the Prussia campaign very shortly, in the next 24 hours or so. Yeah, pretty uneventful episode really, this one, wasn't it? But so we've got lots to look forward in the next episode, plenty of battles. So 2 more territories maybe for the Spanish, or 3 rather. 2 of which should fall this turn, which will only leave Morocco to go. So I may well take out Morocco, which will mean I don't have to attack in the Caribbean, because this will then be, well, I will have to attack, but it will mean that over here Cuba will just fall. It will turn into a rebel area. Okay, that's possibly the way to go. So thanks for your time watching, and I'll be speaking to you soon. Bye for now.